Hi everyone, welcome back to Guide for Autism, and thank you so much for joining our community. I'm so happy to be here, and it is really my intention to come here and show up every single week and provide you with any information that I feel that could be helpful for you and helpful for your child or anyone you know that could benefit from my content. So please feel free to share and also subscribe so that you don't miss out any of my content. So before I could dive into today's topic, I want to introduce myself. My name is Console, and I have a background of mental health nursing. Throughout my life, I've worked with children and adults with autism and learning difficulties, and I've developed a good experience working in this field. And I've seen so many things, and I have treated so many children. I have also supported so many adults with autism. So whatever I bring on this channel is something that I've seen, is something that I've experienced, and if you can help anyone out there, I will be more than grateful, because I really want to make sure that as much as we're thriving for our children, we also make sure that we look after ourselves. So in today's topic, I'm going to talk about mental health and in families raising a child with autism. And we are going to explore some of the challenges that you may be facing, or why you may be experiencing challenges, anxiety, stress, or anything that make you feel otherwise. Before I go ahead, let's talk about what is mental health. Mental health refers to emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how you think, how you feel, how you behave, and also how you handle stress and any other things related to our daily life. So good mental health allows you to cope with life challenges and work productively and contribute to the community. Mental health is very essential in every stage of life, from childhood, adolescence, and throughout adulthood. Prioritizing your mental health involves self-care and healthy relationships, seeking support when you need it. So now that we understand what is the mental health and how we handle stress and other related lifestyle, so how does good mental health looks like? So a good mental health allows people to cope with the life challenges and work productively, contribute to communities, and contribute to their families. So what is the mental illness? Mental illness refers to a range of mental health conditions that can affect mood, the way you think, your behavior, and overall functioning. This disorder can lead to a significant stress, which can impact on your daily life, relationship, and ability to cope with daily stresses. Common type of mental illness include depression, anxiety disorder, schizophrenia, and bipolar disorder. Each one of these have unique symptoms and also treatment approaches. Now, let's start with some eye-opening statistics. Study shows that parents of children with autism experience higher rates of mental health issues than the general population. According to a study was done in 2021, the National Institute of Health, over 40% of parents raising a child with autism report symptoms of depression, and around 60% report experiencing higher level of stress. These numbers are pretty striking, and they highlight just how much emotional pressure can come with raising a child with autism. Where does this pressure come from, and what can you do to reduce this pressure? Before we can even think about how to reduce the pressure, let's talk about some common sources of this stress. Caring for a child with autism can be incredibly rewarding, but it's also a unique and challenging journey that not everyone faces. The fact that you as a parent, you're trying to navigate frequent medical appointments, school meetings, and sometimes navigating with behavioral challenges you're getting from your child. And also, if you have more than one child, and your child with autism has a sibling, it affects the whole family, gets affected, because you're trying to figure out how you can go through this journey as a family. And plus, a lot of unknown about the future can also add to stress. In fact, the CDC reported that 1 in 36 children in the US is diagnosed with autism, which means millions of families are likely to experience this similar situation. And while these families work tirelessly to support their children and even sometimes forget to look after themselves. So if you are a parent raising child with autism and currently you feel you are mentally stressed or depressed, or you have anxiety, and how can you help yourself? How can you look after your mental health? The first step is to acknowledge that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. In a 2018 survey, more than 70% of parents raising children with autism reported that taking a break or sitting aside for a moment or even going out for a walk improves the overall health. So you can start considering small activities such as taking at least 10 to 15 minutes walk per day. You can find a really nice location you love, just walk on that location. If someone like journaling, these are really helpful way to also unwind yourself and pour everything out and write what you are going through. This can make a very big difference. And also, research shows that taking regular self-care reduces stress. It helps you as a parent rebuild this resilience, and which can benefit for you and for your child. As you already know, it is almost impossible to look after someone else when you have not taken care of yourself. In that sense, if you are doing that, you are neglecting yourself. The longer you neglect yourself, the more you starting realizing that you're losing your values. And as a parent raising a child with autism, you need power, you need strength, you need the energy, you need mental health for you to keep navigating through this journey, because this is the long-term caring. It's not something you're going to do today and leave it tomorrow. So the early you start building the defense around you, the better for your mental health and overall health, and also for the benefit for the whole family. Another thing that you can do, I've already said it before on this channel, is the joining support network. Joining support network is very helpful. You get to learn from other parents, you get to hear different stories that may affecting you, or how other parents are trying to navigate and solve their problem that probably yourself you may be facing the same problems. So once you join a group network, it's very essential, because you'll be able to learn and start building defense mechanism around how you can navigate everything around you. If you would like to join my Facebook page where parents can come together and share their experience, what they are going through, please feel free to join. The link is in description below. And you shouldn't go through this journey by yourself. There are thousands and thousands families going through the same journey as you already heard from statistics. So by joining this kind of support network, it can be very helpful and rewarding. Another important step is seeking professional mental health support. Many parents find relief through therapy. If someone feel like you have reached to that stage of seeking support and how you can develop coping strategy, please find any cognitive behavior therapy around you that can support you in building some coping strategies on how you can manage the stress and anxiety you may experiencing. Even if you cannot finish the whole entire session, a few sessions can help you reduce the stress and also give you an opportunity on how you can see things in a different perspective. So if you're not comfortable in joining support a network, this is another way of you helping yourself by getting the right support you need in this journey. And one more thing is that I think we do forget about celebrating wins, even if they are very small, tiny. I can imagine you have not slept throughout the night because probably your child is struggling with catching up with some sleep. And somehow, I don't know what you did, you managed to put your child to bed successfully and your child managed to sleep for a few hours, and yourself, you managed to sleep for a few hours. That's honestly a big win for me. I remember when my child was going through the period of sleepless night, and each time I put him to bed, he would come back following me. Each time I put him, he would come back. And a day where I started realizing when I'm putting him to bed, he's staying 5 minutes. That was a big win for me until that time increased to 10 minutes to 20 minutes and ending up sleeping throughout the night. So any small wins, please try to celebrate them. Notice them and feel good about them. You can even write them down. For example, you managed to go to the park. You went, come back home successfully with no incident. That is a big win. If you manage to take your child to the shop and do shopping with no concern, come back home safe, that is a big win. And you shouldn't be celebrating yourself alone. Making sure that your child knows that you are happy about their behavior and the progress they are making. And another thing is that you being able to take that 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes per day for yourself, you should be able to celebrate that. Because I know there are so much things you should be doing in the house. There are so much appointment you should be doing. There are friends that you need to make to call. But if you are managing to put all these things aside and you are able to take that 10-15 minutes for yourself, you should celebrate. And most importantly, keep going. Make sure that you're number one in everything you do, because without your effort, your child is not going to get where you want your child to be. So you are number one in everything. And also, try not to compare yourself with nobody, because your journey is different from everyone else's journey. What I am going through, it's not what another person is going through. But the only thing in this community, we all raising a child with autism. Some of us, we may experiencing common issues we are dealing with, and that would be really nice to learn from each other. So always remember that you are unique yourself, and your child so is. Make sure you prioritize your mental health. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next content.